Okay, so tonight we're going to work on the people in the background and on anything here. We'll see how much we can finish for tonight. So for the people in the back, I have burnt sienna, white, and burnt umber. So I'm going to take I'm mixing burnt sienna, put white in it, just a bit, not too much, because I need to leave room for highlights. And I'm going to start with this person here. Round brush. I will work on details after. This one too. This one has a cap on, so it's easier. It's a good color. It's going to dry darker. This one here, you can see just the face right there, just part of the face. And this one here has her face. You can see the back of her head. So basically, the one that we might need to put a bit of detail is not much really, is this one here. And that's it. The rest is not much of a detail in there. So with this one here, I'm not going to do a lot of detail. I'm just going to keep it very simple. I did put a medium tone. I'm going to take a little bit of white and burnt sienna. Again, I don't want it to be too strong, because if you make it the highlight strong, then you're bringing the face forward. So I don't want to do that. So in the reference that I'm looking at right now, the actual reference, this part of the face is highlighted. The side of her neck. I can see some of the nose, or I can see the nose. And this highlight goes this way. Now, I'm going to go smaller with round brush, burnt umber, mix it with a little bit of the skin tone. Put a hint of eyes, a little bit of nose, mouth. Adjust a bit the highlight and a bit of dark here underneath. I think it's too dark. There. That will just, this dark will separate a bit the face from the neck. That's it. That's all we need to do. Very simple. What I'm going to do is I'm I'm going to zoom in, and we'll do the next one and these. Okay, now for this guy here, again, we're just seeing part of his face sideways, and he has a cap on. So I did put the mid-tones, and now I'm mixing burnt sienna and white. And this burnt sienna is Winsor & Newton, so it has a little bit more of an orangey color in it. This guy here, nothing. No highlights. We could highlight the neck of it, but that's it. And with her, we'll just highlight the neck. A little bit of this part here. That's it. All we have to do. This one in the back is, I'm going to put some burnt umber for her hair. And do you want me to stop so you can do this part? And then we can continue. Ladies?
A little bit, yes, please.
All right, I'll do that. Okay, so now I'm going to put some colors, clothing, you know, for the people in the back. For this lady here, I'm using blue, and it's cerulean blue with black, some black.
Oh.
That's a nice color. So I'm going to put it here. First layer. Yeah. Cerulean blue and black. I'm trying not to put anything that's warm color in the back, so it doesn't clash with the reds on top here, but we'll see how it goes. And now I'm going to take a bit of white, put it in, more like a grayish blue. It's a nice color.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put some white now, and I'm going to highlight a little bit part of this right here.
And this is white?
With some white. So now with some white, yes. So now I'm going to take, again, same colors, mix them, that dark kind of bluish color, and I'm going to blend a bit because it dries, it did dry darker, the blue, the first layer. So I'm blending a bit. Okay. We don't want to spend too much time on this. So I'm going to take now just cerulean blue, put the cerulean blue on his cap. Again, a little bit of white. And let's highlight this hat. Okay, that's it. All right, I'm going to move on to these guys here. Again, some blue. I'm trying to avoid any color that's too yellow or too red. I don't want to draw too much attention. Burnt umber. In the reference, this guy is older. His hair is white. But honestly, I'm not going to go there. This is good. I'm working on wood, so it's different texture. Texture. It requires a little bit of work. Like it's a
couple coats more.
Yeah, or you know, I need to wet my brush a little bit more than when I'm working on yeah, canvas. It's different. Okay, so this is good. Now, this guy in the back, let's put some neck, bit of neck. I see in the reference another guy wearing right there, but wearing orange, but not too much of, you don't see too much. So again, I'm going to try to put something that's not too, maybe brown. Let's see.
The hair are, the color of the hair is
burnt umber. Burnt umber.
Burnt umber. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so this one here, this lady, I'm going to do her hair. So let's say I'm going to take, this is yellow ochre, golden, yellow oxide golden, and yellow ochre Winsor & Newton. So I'm going to take a bit of Winsor & Newton. I have them here just for comparison, not for, you can use only one color. You know, you're welcome to use one color of either yellow ochre or yellow oxide. No need to use more, just one. I'm putting a bit of yellow ochre on her hair. Yes, blonde. And meanwhile, while this is drying, I'm going to take, I have here a bit of ultramarine violet. I'm going to put white in it. While this is drying the hair. All of the colors I'm using so far are cool colors, so they will recede. That's why I'm using cool colors instead of warm. I don't want the people in the back to come forward. Hair, yellow ochre, a little bit of white. Too light. Brown. A little bit of brown to tone it down. This is too bright. That's better. Brown again, mixed with with yellow ochre, and I'm just darkening the bottom of the hair. Now this lady here, I'd rather she put brown hair on her. Again, because it's the back of her hair, so no need to put too much detail. And I don't want to, or actually I can mix both colors together. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying not to attract attention to any of the people here, so these should be kind of in the background as supporting actors. You see, I'm not spending time on hairdos or anything. Just, just a hint of something happening in the back. Now with her, we can put some color in there on her clothing. So let's try to mix yellow ochre and some blue, cerulean blue, yellow ochre, a little bit of cerulean blue. It will give us a dark kind of muted green. And I'm trying to use the colors I have.
With white?
No, there's no white in there.
Because it's too...
Yeah, it's the yellow ochre, yeah. It will dry darker. And the lighting here, the camera is, because I'm recording at night, the camera is compensating for the lack of daylight. Okay. Whatever you get is fine. So this is light, too light, but it's not that light. Here, let me see if I can exposure. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I'm gonna stop for a minute so you can catch up, and then I'll continue and we'll start working on the crates in the back. Okay, so now let's move on to the crates in the back. So I'm going to put color and not the inside, not what's in it yet, just to put a shape, create a shape for that. So what I'm going to use is burnt umber.
Burnt umber.
Yellow ochre, a little bit of yellow ochre, yellow ochre, and white. Or actually, I'm not using white, I'm using titanium buff.
Even better.
Yeah, titanium buff is softer.
Softer, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm using a flat brush or bright, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. And I'll show you in a minute the next detail on the same crates, what we're going to do. I know it looks funny right now, but once we start putting stuff in it, it will look okay. I'm going to darken some of these grates, some of them. Darken this side, the side panel, or side of the... It's drying darker because it's on brown, on a brown surface. So we'll just have to wait a bit and highlight some of it. Again, the background shouldn't be too detailed. That's why I'm not putting any detail. Just light and dark. We're going to fill these crates with fruits. Right in here, maybe another one. Just a hint of a crate in there. And really, it doesn't have to be filled with anything. Front, this is the front. I'm going to do the side. So the side is slightly darker. It's too dark. Slightly darker. Right, so here near her face, I have to be careful. So I don't want to put too much detail or sharp lines right next to her face. I'm going to keep it softer. So I'm going to take a round brush and darken a bit. The reason I'm saying I'm going to darken a bit this, because when I start highlighting her face or putting skin tone, I don't want it to clash with her face. So I need her face to be in the front, and for this face to look like it's coming forwards in the front. Whatever is right around the face has to be soft edges, dark, don't highlight it too much. Okay, that's better. Okay, now let's take a little bit of highlight, and I'm using a round brush now. This is titanium buff. I'm adding a little bit of burnt umber, and I'm just going to put kind of a line in there in a highlighted color. Titanium buff and a bit of burnt umber in there. Behind her, it's okay. We'll put a bit of detail, not much. There. Hint. A hint of something here. So this white line or light line will just kind of separate the crates from each other. And you see I'm not spending too much time here. I'm just putting a little bit of a hint of something happening. Same here.
And this is white, the lines, or
titanium buff.
Titanium buff, okay.
Titanium buff with burnt umber, with a little bit of burnt umber.
No, the lines.
Yes, there. It is titanium. Oh. Yeah, titanium buff with a bit of burnt umber. So now, you see here I put a bit of highlight, not as much as the ones in the back. But what I did is I'm doing this. I'm just doing this, and then when I get to her face, close to her face, I stop. I don't take it all the way. Same here.
Yeah.
I don't take it all the way. Done. That's it. So whatever is next to her face is soft and dark.
Okay. Because I'm not going to do the lady. Where should I go and find some other stuff to do, fruits again?
Just put more crates in here. Same in a row like this. Same. Yeah.
Yeah, but where, in Pinterest or where to go?
Oh, you mean a reference?
Reference, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Pinterest will have.
Pinterest, okay.
Yeah.
It's just an idea. I know what to do, but
yeah, Pinterest.
Do you think any people in it all? I do people, but I don't want to do the lady in front because. But you're gonna have other people in the background. No. The same people that the layout did, but not the lady in front. I'm gonna continue with fruits. Okay. Because I'm not good with faces and stuff, so I don't want to ruin it. And it's very back in the very front. So it's gonna be with details and.
Right, so this is more than enough. So now what we're going to do is fill these with fruits later on. But for now, because we're working with browns right now, I'm going to continue with the crates, filling the crates around. It's easy. It's just very fast.
Are you recording?
Yes.
Oh.
What?
Oh, okay.
Who asked if I'm recording? Fotini or Astero?
No, Astero.
Astero. Okay, Astero. Do you want me to stop recording?
No. I just wondered if you're recording.
Yeah, I am.
I was going to start talking about people, so I. I'm kidding.
Okay. All right, let's put some. So for the crates and the down underneath the table, I'm going to start with a darker kind of brown. So I'm mixing burnt umber and titanium buff, but not too much titanium buff for the first layer. And maybe I'm not gonna, need to highlight them, but I might need to highlight the front. Okay. All right, let's look at this and see. This is the side. It goes all the way. Side. And it just disappears. It doesn't have to end somewhere specific. Let's see. I don't know what I have here. We can also put some ultramarine violet as well to make it darker, but I think they're dark enough. It's dark enough right now. Don't need to darken it more. It is on brown and it's great. That's it on brown already, dark brown. So we don't need to spend too much time trying to make it darker. Oh, wow.
What?
No, it's too light. Nothing. I just grabbed too much titanium buff. Okay, same. You'll see it doesn't really need too much. It's just a hint of something. And I will highlight in a minute. Part of these will be highlighted. No. Okay, let's do this. Okay, good. Now, let's take some yellow ochre, burnt umber, titanium buff. I still want a kind of a mid-tone, not too much highlight, mid-tone. So let's see. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So these are kind of bunch of boxes that they use after when they're done to put the fruits and vegetables in them. I'm not going to highlight too much behind the basket.
And the color is?
Yellow ochre, a bit of burnt umber, and titanium buff. I'm not highlighting again all of them, just a couple. I'm going to do this and then I'll pause. before I pause, just because I have the color, this is yellow ochre. I'm going to take a tiny bit of burnt umber, put it in, just a tiny bit, not too much, just to tone it down. And I'm going to put first layer for the basket. I don't want it to be, I don't want the color to be too light, at least for the first layer, because I need it to be, I need this basket to, first layer to be a little bit darker. So, because I'm using the same colors, front and back. See, now see, this one needs to be darker. All right, let's do that before we do anything. Darken this. So when I put the handle of the basket in front, it shows. And I'm pushing this, I'll push this to the back. Right, inside, I can at this point use ultramarine violet for the inside of the basket, but it's working. Same here. I'm going to put a bit of detail of a basket weave. And I'm doing this on purpose. I'm not adding too much color in here, because I want everything to look, because I'm going to be putting reds and greens and yellows, and so I don't want the background, whatever I have here, to look too colorful. I'm going to be putting actually green for the tablecloth. That's what they use. Again here, that's her hand. So I'm going to darken a bit around her hand. So when I highlight her hand, we can see it. And really behind her, don't put too much detail. There. That's fine. So when I'm painting, I'm thinking of what I'm going to be doing ahead. So what's going to be around or in front or next to the object I am working on. Okay. Let's darken a little bit or put a bit of color behind here. And then I'm going to darken with burnt umber all the way down. Good. Now let's take burnt umber and white. Not white, I mean titanium buff. I think I was working with raw umber here, I think, for the buildings, right? I can't remember what I was using.
Where?
Building. In here. I think so. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the ground or the floor, I'm going to use, this is ultramarine violet. I'm using ultramarine violet, burnt umber, and titanium buff. So I think we will have to work on the baskets next week. It's more like a glaze. This is not important. By the time I'm going to put the fruits and the colors, you're not going to see any of this. It's not going to be, it shouldn't look too detailed. Okay. All right, next week I'll work on the basket, and we'll work on the rest of the background, putting fruits and adding some details. Not much though. We're still not, it's going to be really kind of fast kind of details. So today we did a lot. And we didn't use a lot of colors, just because we want to leave room for the fruits. Okay, need to darken a bit. Okay, so next week, this is going to be a green right here, and we'll work on the rest of the background stuff. Right?
Yes.
Oops. There. All right, so this is where we're at. And next week we will work on the background still. We'll finish the background with the fruits, the plants, pots, and then we'll move to this side and then the foreground.